The crowd is loud. Cameras flash like lightning. The hall is full of famous faces, sharp suits, and cold smiles. Zayn stands on the stage, tall and calm. He looks like a king, but inside his heart beats fast. In his pocket there is a small ring. Plain silver. No big stone. No brand name. Just a circle, smooth and bright. He touches it with his thumb. He breathes in. He breathes out. The host speaks into the mic. Tonight, Zayn will announce the biggest deal of the year. The crowd cheers. Reporters hold their phones high. Screens show Zayn's face, rich, young, powerful. But Zayn is not looking at the screens. He is looking at the last row. There, a woman sits very still. Her name is Amara. Her eyes are warm and brave. She is not impressed by money. She is here for truth. He remembers Rain. Years ago, a small library that stayed open late, a broken umbrella, a girl in a yellow sweater, quiet between the shelves. She helped him find a book that night. She did not know who he was. She did not care. They talked until closing time. Her laugh was soft like a secret. He walked her home in the rain. At her door, he said, "One day I will build a world where you never have to hide." She smiled. "Then keep your heart clean," she said. Now the world watches him, and he watches her. A message runs across a screen above the stage. Breaking, Zayn is engaged to a supermodel. Gasps, whispers. Heads turn toward the front row, where a famous model smiles for the cameras. She crosses her legs and waves. The rumor is fresh. It tastes like poison. Amara does not move. Her back is straight. Her hands are folded in her lap. Her face is calm, but her eyes shine with hurt. Zayn feels a knife twist in his chest. He did not start this rumor. He hates it. He hates the game that makes women into headlines. He hates the way people will talk about Amara now. Gold digger, home wrecker, not good enough. He knows the words. He knows how words can cut. Backstage before the event, his mother spoke to him. Mrs. K is ice in a silk dress. She loves order. She loves control. Choose the company, she said, or choose the girl. You cannot have both. Zayn looked at the ring in his palm. I choose my promise, he said. She smiled without warmth. We will see. Now the host invites him to speak. Zayn steps to the mic. The room quiets. A million eyes wait. 1,000 cameras record. He begins with numbers, profit, jobs, the future. His voice is steady. He gives them facts like a wall to hold back the gossip and the claws. But inside he is making a plan. He will speak the truth tonight. He will say her name. He will keep the promise. In the last row, Amara feels her phone buzz. A message from Jade, her best friend. Don't look at the screens. It's a setup. I'm with you. Amara puts the phone away. She keeps her eyes on Zayn. She remembers his old hoodie, his cheap sneakers, the way he stayed humble even when the money came. She remembers the night he cried for a worker who lost his job. She remembers the ring he chose, simple, honest like him. The host interrupts. Zayn, before you announce, a special guest would like to say hello. The lights swing to the side. The supermodel rises, glittering. She kisses the air. She says, we're so happy. The crowd laughs and claps. The cameras drink it all. Zayn's jaw tightens. He does not look at the model. He looks at Amara. She does not blink. He breathes out and decides. Before business, he says, I must clear a lie. The room stills. You can hear the hum of the lights. I am not engaged to anyone, he says. I love one woman. I made her a promise. I will keep it. A shock runs through the hall. Someone drops a glass. Reporters push closer. The model's smile freezes. Mrs. K at a private table lifts her chin and says nothing. Zayn tells a short story. A library, a rainy night, a girl who cared about real things. He keeps it simple. He keeps it clean. He does not say Amara's name. He will not throw her to the wolves. He ends with this. Power is loud. Love is quiet. I choose the quiet thing. The room does not know how to react. Some clap, some hiss, some whisper quickly like knives. Amara feels tears touch her lashes, but they do not fall. She is proud. She is scared. She is seen. Behind the stage, a phone lights up. A private group chat. Names with dollar signs. A message appears. It's done. The rumor worked. Phase 2? Another reply, yes, leak the photos. Push the car video. Make the girl look greedy. Who are these people? Not strangers. Not enemies outside. They are inside Zayn's own circle. smiling, bowing, feeding him poison with a gold spoon. After the speech, Zane steps away from the mic. He does not run to Amara. He forces himself to stay calm. He knows her life is in the storm now. He must move with care. He must shield her without breaking her pride. Mrs. K walks to him. "You embarrassed the family," she says. "You will answer for this." He tries to pass. She blocks his path with one small, perfect hand. "The board meets tomorrow," she says. "They will make you choose again. Company or girl." He thinks of the workers. He thinks of the promise. He thinks of Amara's straight back and quiet eyes. He knows his answer. He will pay any cost. In the last row, Amara's phone buzzes again. A new message. Unknown number. "If you love him, walk away tonight." She reads it twice. The words are simple. The meaning is dark. Her heart goes cold like water on stone. She looks up at the stage. Zane has gone from the lights. Cameras swing in wild circles. The model whispers to a reporter. Mrs. K smiles at a man in a blue tie. Security moves toward the doors. Amara stands. She holds her small bag. She breathes in. She breathes out. The message glows on her screen like a trap. "If you love him, walk away tonight." She turns the phone face down. She does not move yet. She thinks of rain. She thinks of letters. She thinks of a simple ring and a warm hand. She thinks of a promise. The crowd roars again. Night air is cold. Street lights buzz like angry bees. Amara stands at a quiet bus stop with a small bag and a brave face. Her phone screen still shows the message. "If you love him, walk away tonight." A long black car slides to the curb. The back window lowers a little. Only a pair of eyes can be seen. Calm, sharp, rich. "Get in," a woman's voice says. The voice is soft, but it cuts like a blade. Amara steps inside. The door shuts with a hush. The car smells like roses and power. Privacy glass hides the city. A pale hand rests on a leather folder. Diamonds blink on one finger. Mrs. K sits across from Amara. "Good evening," Mrs. K says, smiling without warmth. "I admire your courage." Amara keeps her chin up. "Thank you." Mrs. K taps the leather folder. "This is a clean exit. It keeps your dignity. It saves my son." She slides the folder toward Amara. Inside is a short contract. Simple words, simple numbers. One rule. Take the money and leave Zane. No interviews, no photos, no more contact. Ever. A silver pen rolls across the seat, stops at Amara's knee. "I do not need your money," Amara says. "This isn't money. It's mercy," Mrs. K says. "The cameras are hungry. They will eat you, and then they will eat him." Amara looks out the window. A light blinks on a street pole. Tiny red. A camera. Another blinks on the car across the road. Another on the bus stop sign. The city is watching. "Who sent that text?" Amara asks. Mrs. K's smile is a tight line. "Someone who understands love." The car slows. Outside, two men pretend to smoke. They lift phones. They point lenses. The trap is perfect. Amara closes the folder and returns it. "I will not sell my heart." Mrs. K studies her face for a long moment, as if she is reading a secret language. "You think love is fire?" Mrs. K says. "I think love is law." The door opens. Cold air rushes in. Amara steps out. The cameras catch nothing but a shadow and a hand. The car slides away without a sound. Jade's voice comes fast on the phone. "Where are you? Are you okay?" "I'm fine," Amara says. "They want me to leave him. They want me to look greedy. They want a dirty story." "We'll give them clean truth," Jade says. "Come to my place now." Amara walks quickly. Her shoes click on the wet sidewalk. Behind her, a shutter clicks. Another. Another. She does not turn. She keeps her breath steady. She keeps her spine tall. Across the town, Zane sits in a dark office. The stage lights are gone. The suit jacket is off. He rolls the ring in his fingers back and forth like a prayer. His security chief, a quiet woman named Lila, stands beside a laptop. "The rumor started inside," Lila says. "3 accounts. 2 are ghosts. 1 belongs to someone on your media team." "Name?" Zane asks. Hidden behind a shell, Lila says. But the shell was paid with a card we know. Zane waits. Victor's company, she says. The rival. Zane's jaw hardens. And my mother? Lila hesitates. She met with Amara tonight. In the car. No audio. Many cameras. Zane rubs his eyes. They will twist it. They already did, Lila says, and taps a key. The screen fills with a short, dirty video. Amara stepping into the black car. A hand, a folder, a pen. The clip stops before she refused. The caption screams, "Gold digger deal?" Zane feels heat crawl up his neck. Find the full footage, he says. Find the camera they missed. Working, Lila says. He holds the ring. He thinks of rain. He thinks of the library. He thinks of the promise. He whispers, "I choose you," to a woman who cannot hear him right now. Back at Jade's apartment, the walls are covered with sticky notes and hope. Jade paces. Amara sits at the small table, hands flat, eyes clear. We need our story our way, Jade says, but simple, clean, no tears for the cameras. I will not audition for mercy, Amara says, but I will not hide. Grandma Rose joins by video call. Her face is warm and stern. Child, you cannot stop a storm with a spoon. You stand still. You anchor. You let the storm break itself. Amara nods. Yes, Grandma. Jade points to a whiteboard. 2 moves. One private, one public. Private. Send Zane a voice note. No text, no forwarding. Words can be cut. Voice is harder to fake. Amara records, I did not take their money. I will not leave you, but I will not be your project. We are equals or we are nothing. Keep your heart clean. She sends it. The screen says, delivered. It does not say seen. Public move? Amara asks. Jade smiles. We tell a bigger story than gossip. Your night school. Launch it tomorrow morning. Not as his charity, as your work. Show value, show girls, show books, show lights turning on. Amara breathes in. Yes. Let the world watch that. Morning comes fast. Before dawn, hate spills like oil on the internet. Fake captions, old photos cut and stitched. A thread says Amara chases rich men for sport. Another says she faked grades. Lies, sharp and bright. Amara looks in the mirror. She ties her hair back. She wears a quiet dress. She puts on small earrings that belong to her mother. She smiles at herself, not to be pretty, but to remember her center. At the old community center, the doors are stuck. The paint is cracked. The power is off. Jade jiggles the key. Phoenix time, she says. They push together. The door opens with a growl. They clean fast. They roll out rugs. They pull chairs from a truck. A few neighbors come. Then more. Then girls arrive with notebooks and shy eyes. A city worker brings a box of second-hand lamps. Someone starts a kettle. Light grows. A reporter appears at the door, ready with a cruel smile. He raises his mic. Are you Zane's charity case? Amara looks at the girls. She answers the reporter with calm fire. I am their teacher. I am their student. I am my own name. He blinks. He did not expect that line. He glances at his cameraman. The cruel smile slips. Across town, at Zane's tower, the boardroom fills with cold coffee and colder men. Mrs. Kay sits at the head of the polished table like a queen made of winter. A lawyer clears his throat. Zane, the lawyer says, our share price is soft. Our risk is high. The contract you signed for employee safety cut our options. The press is hostile. We advise a clean statement today. He slides a paper forward. You will announce a breakup. Immediate. Zane does not look at the paper. He looks at his phone. Amara's voice note waits. He plays it. Her simple words fill his ear. We are equals or we are nothing. He stands. He pockets the ring. He smiles just a little. I will not read your statement, he says. I will make my own. Mrs. K's eyes flash. Choose the company, Zane. I choose the truth, he says. The board murmurs. Phones vibrate. Screens light up. Lila rushes in with the tablet. We found a camera they missed, she says softly. She taps play. The new angle shows everything in the car. Amara closing the folder, pushing it back, saying 3 calm words. I refuse this. The pen rolling away untouched. Zane exhales, a slow, grateful sound. He looks at his mother. For 1 second, just one, her face shows surprise. Something like pain. Something like memory. Release it, Zane says. Lila hesitates. There's more. She swipes. A second clip appears. Night vision. Grainy. A hand reaches into Amara's mailbox outside Jade's building and steals a letter. The wrist wears a ring shaped like a small crown. That ring is rare. Only a few own it. One of them sits at this table. The room goes silent. Zane does not speak. He only turns to his mother. She lifts her chin. The diamonds do not blink now. The Winter Queen looks tired. Do you love your son? Lila asks, not unkind. Mrs. K says nothing. At the community center, the new lamps hum. The girls open notebooks. Amara writes a word on the board. Courage. The door opens once more. A man in a suit steps in, smiling like a fox. Victor. Such a noble room, he says. Mind if I help? I bring scholarships. He opens a glossy folder with big numbers and bigger cameras behind him. Amara's jaw tightens. Jade whispers, Don't, he's bait. Victor's smile sharpens. Just sign, Miss Amara. Be the face of my fund. I'll save your little school. I'll save your little story. Amara closes the folder. She points to the door. Leave. Victor laughs slow. He leans in and whispers, By tonight you will beg me. He turns to the cameras. No comment, he says loudly, pretending he was refused help. He leaves with a showy shrug. The girls look scared. Amara keeps her voice soft. We learn, we breathe, we keep going. A bus rumbles outside. A new note slides under the door. Jade picks it up, eyes wide, then hands it to Amara. The paper is plain. The message is not. At 8 p.m., a video will drop. It will destroy you both. Choose now. Break up on camera. Or watch his company burn. Amara looks at the clock. 1:12 p.m. 7 hours until the storm. Across town, Zane closes his fist around the ring. He looks at the frozen board, at his mother's stone face, at Lila's steady eyes, at the tablet showing the stolen letter. He says very quietly, Then we fight. The clock keeps moving. 7 hours. The test begins. Midnight crawls like a slow animal. The city is quiet but not kind. Amara unlocks her door with tired hands. The hallway smells of dust and cheap paint. She steps in, drops her bag, and turns on one small lamp. Then she freezes. On the floor, just inside the door, someone has left a bouquet of roses. Red. Perfect. Wrong. A black ribbon ties the stems. A white card sits on top, no name. Only 3 words cut out from a magazine and glued in place. You don't belong. Amara does not touch the card. She looks closer. The roses are not fresh. The petals are dry at the edges. When she lifts one, ash falls like gray snow. Her breath catches. Someone burned the roses, then brought them here. She does not cry. She goes to the kitchen and finds a glass jar. She drops a pinch of ash inside and screws on the lid. She writes one word on masking tape and sticks it to the glass. Proof. Outside, a match hisses. A tiny line of flame slips under her door, kisses the corner of the card, and spreads. The fire is small but fast. Orange crawls across the paper and climbs the ribbon. Amara moves like a storm. She kicks the bouquet into the metal sink. She turns on the tap. Steam rises. The flame dies with a wet hiss. Her hands shake. Her eyes do not. The hallway smoke alarm screams. Feet pound outside. A neighbor shouts. Amara opens the door to show the all clear. She keeps her voice steady. It's handled, she says. It's out. Her phone lights up with Jade's name. I'm coming, Jade says. Don't open for anyone. Bring your laptop, Amara says. We hunt. Across town, Zane stands at the window of his small city loft. He gave up the mansion that morning. The tower still holds his name, but not his peace. He rolls the simple ring between two fingers. His phone glows with the blackmail note from the day 8 p.m. video. The time now is 12:07 a.m. Lila sits at the table, calm as a lighthouse. Her screen shows maps, angles, timestamps. The rumor net is a web, she says. Same patterns. Same paid bots. Many paths lead back to Victor. A few do not. Who else? Zane asks. Someone close, Lila says. Someone who knows your elevators, your cameras, your codes. I won't guess until I can prove, Zane nods. He pockets the ring. We have 7 hours. We spend them on truth. Jade bursts into Amara's apartment wearing a hoodie and war eyes. She sets the laptop down, opens 3 programs, and snaps a photo of the card. Clip art, she says. Old magazine cutouts to hide the real printer marks. But the ribbon label, the glue, these things talk. Amara hands her the ash jar. Proof, Jade smiles proud. You never panic. I love that about you, Amara breathes. I am tired of being quiet. Let's make noise. They start with the card. Jade scans at high DPI. She zooms so close the paper fibers look like a field of grass. In one corner there is a tiny ghost of a watermark. Barely there, but real. A dotted square with 3 letters in microprint. Jade leans in. HMT, she types. HMT is a specialty paper Victor uses for his investor kits. Amara's jaw tightens. Of course, Jade keeps going. But wait, the font on the envelope outside? That blocky header we saw? It isn't magazine. It's printed. See the repeating defect in the letter E? That's a bad drum. Cheap laser printers have signature flaws. She runs the image through a small script. Lines of code sing across the screen. If I'm right. Come on, yes. Hello, Snake. She turns the screen. A match pops up in their model library. Printer profile VX45, 14th floor, Victor HQ, visitor kiosk. They were lazy, Jade says. They printed the envelope downstairs in Victor's lobby. Amara sits very still. He wants us to see him. He wants you to fear him, Jade says. Not tonight. Amara looks at the burned roses in the sink. Their red is turned to black. Not ever. Grandma Rose joins by call again, her voice a warm blanket. Amara shows the jar, the card, the scan. Grandma Rose nods once. Keep every piece. Keep your grace, Amara asks. How do I hold both? With 2 hands, Grandma says. At 2:40 a.m., a video drops early. Not the promised 8 p.m. release, a fake teaser. It shows Amara stepping into Mrs. K's car. Cut. A pen rolling. Cut. A zoom on Amara's face taken from a cruel angle. Caption, the price of love. Comments flood like a dark river. Amara breathes once, slow. We will not chase lies, she says. We will set a table. They can come to eat the truth, Jade nods. Okay, new plan. Don't press our rules. She opens a blank doc labeled simple facts and types in short lines. Refuse the money. I did not sign. I run my night school. I will not be quiet. Amara adds one more. I'm not for sale. They craft a 2-minute video for the morning. Plain wall. Plain shirt. Plain words. No tears, no edits. Amara records it twice. The third time she stops at the last line and lets silence do the work. They schedule the post for 7:05 a.m. Across town, Lila finds a city camera near Amara's door. Side angle, good lens. It shows a figure in a cap placing the roses. Newer clip. The same figure lights the match, then runs. The cap lifts just before the corner. A pale throat. A small scar. Lila freezes the frame. She tilts her head. I know that scar, she says. Victor's assistant has it. The one who never speaks. Zane's eyes darken. Send it to the police. And to no one else? Lila asks. For now, Zane says. We do not give Victor free PR. At 6:10 a.m., the community center door sticks again. Jade laughs, breathless. This door is my enemy. Amara pushes with her shoulder. The room smells like dust and hope. Girls trickle in, yawning, giggling, clutching notebooks like shields. Amara writes courage again, bigger this time. She underlines it twice. A small hand rises. A girl with braids asks, Miss, are you in trouble? Amara looks at all their faces. Yes, she says simply. But trouble is not the end. Trouble can be a road. The door swings open. The same reporter from yesterday walks in with a new camera crew. He carries a tone like a knife wrapped in silk. Ms. Amara, quick questions? 2 minutes, Amara says, and the girls reset their chairs to face forward. The girls become her wall. Did you meet Zane's mother for a payoff? He asks. No, Amara says. Are you using his fame to build your own brand? He asks. I am building a school, Amara says. Anyone may help. No one may own me. He tries a smile. People are not facts, Amara says. The camera light blinks. The reporter falters. He was hunting a deer. He found a lion. At 7:05 a.m., the simple video posts. It spreads fast because it is clean. No music, no spin. Just a woman who looks into the lens and refuses to bow. Comments shift. Not all, but enough. The river still runs dark, but patches of clear water appear. At 7:12 a.m., another account posts a new rumor. Amara lied about her grades. Jade throws it on the board like a dart. Debunk, she says. Within minutes, alumni and teachers reply with old photos and certificates. The rumor shreds itself. A courier arrives with a fat envelope stamped urgent. The messenger will not say who sent it. Jade takes a photo of the seal before opening. Inside, legal threats written in cold ink. If Zane continues public association with Amara and her school, the letter reads, the board will vote to remove him for breach of fiduciary duty. There is a list of clauses. There is a signature from the board chair and a second signature, shaky, careful, familiar. Mrs. K. Amara feels her stomach drop, but she keeps her face calm. He knew this would come, she says. Jade's jaw is tight. They want him alone. Alone is easier to break. Across town, Zane reads the same letter in his loft. He lays it on the table like a dead thing. He calls Lila. Prepare the employee town hall for noon, he says. No script. Live questions, Lila nods. And your mother? Later, he says. The word is a stone. At 11:58 a.m., the town hall stream starts. Workers watch from break rooms, buses, kitchens. Zane steps to the mic in a plain shirt. No tie. No gloss. I gave up power to protect your jobs, he says. If that cost me more power, so be it. If loving someone cost me this company, then this company was never mine. Phones buzz across the city. Victor watches from a sleek office. He smiles like a man who has already sharpened his knife. Perfect, he says to the silent assistant with the scar. Let him be noble. We will be rich. At the community center, the girls eat lunch on the floor. Someone brings samosas. Someone brings juice. Laughter bounces off the walls. For a moment, the world is simple. Then the lights flicker. The old power line groans. A breaker pops. The room blinks to dark, then back to weak light. Jade checks the fuse box. We're okay, she says. Old building. Old bones. A soft thud lands under the door, another envelope. No stamp, no seal. Just Amara's name and that same blocky broken E. She opens it. Inside is a single photo, printed cheap. It shows Zane at a board table, head down, ring in his palm, alone. On the back, a time is written in thick marker. 3 p.m. A new note falls from the flap, small as a breath. Watch him fall. Amara closes her eyes. She sees the sink, the smoke, the girls, the jar of ash, the ring in a quiet hand. She opens her eyes. The fear is still there, but now it has company. Anger, purpose, fire, but the right kind. She turns to Jade. We don't wait for their video, she says. We set our own stage. How? Jade asks. Amara looks at the girls, at the board with courage, at the flickering lights. By 7:30, this room is full. Not with cameras. With neighbors. With workers. With truth. When their video drops, we are already louder. Jade grins. A truth watch party. Not a party, Amara says. A promise. Across town, Zane pockets the ring and steps into the elevator with Lila. The doors close like metal lips. He says, we don't just defend. We reveal. Lila nods. Then I show you something, she says, and opens a secure folder. Inside is a scan of a letter, old paper, careful handwriting. At the bottom, his father's name. The subject line reads, on legacy and love. The elevator stops. The doors open to the boardroom. Cold air, colder faces. Victor already sits at the far end like he owns the sun. Zane steps in. The old letter in his hand, the simple ring in his pocket, and a storm in his chest that is made not of fear but of choice. The clock moves toward 8 p.m. The fire has started. This time, it burns for them. Morning is cold and bright. The city looks clean, but the day is not kind. Zane stands in a glass boardroom that feels like winter. The table is a mirror. Faces float on it like ghosts. Mrs. K sits at the head. Victor sits at the far end, smiling like a quiet knife. Lawyers shuffle papers. Screens show red numbers. Ghost PM sits in the corner of every screen like a time bomb. In Zane's hand is an old letter from his father. The paper smells like dust and memory. The words are careful. Legacy is people, not power. Love is the only asset that does not rot. Zane closes his eyes. He hears Amara's voice from the night before. We are equals or we are nothing. He opens his eyes. I will not read your breakup script, he says. His voice is not loud, but it fills the room. I will not sell a lie to save a stock. The board chair clears his throat. Then you will be removed. Zane slides a document across the mirror table. I just signed a protection plan for our workers, he says. No layoffs even if I lose. I will pay for it with my shares. Pen stopped moving. Victor's smile twitches. Mrs. K watches him like a statue that hides a storm. You are reckless, she says. I am consistent, he says. Across the city, Amara unlocks the community center. The door sticks, then gives up. The room smells like books and hope. Jade enters with 2 bags and 10 ideas. She tapes a large paper to the wall. Program, 7:30, neighbor circle. 7:45, student voices. AI watch 8:10, truth. Not a party, Amara says, half smiling. A promise. Okay, General, Jade says. We build. They place chairs in a circle. They test the cheap projector. It gives a sad gray image. Jade pats it. Do your best, little guy. Neighbors wander in with folding chairs, samosas, soft drinks, stories. The girls set out notebooks like shields. At noon, Zane steps onto a small stage for the employee town hall. No lights, no filters, just a shaky camera and a tired man with clear eyes. If truth costs me the crown, he says, I will pay. Crowns are heavy. People are worth more. Chat boxes fill with hearts and question marks. Lila watches the back wall. Her fingers fly over a tablet. She whispers, They are building something for 8 p.m., a layered attack, video plus a fake audit. If both hit at once, it will look like you lied about numbers and love. Can we stop it? Zane asks. We can break its teeth, Lila says. Not all of them, but enough to bite back. Mrs. K's phone lights up with a message she hides with her hand. Her jaw tightens. A ring on her finger is shaped like a small crown. It glints and says nothing. At 2:05 p.m., Amara and Jade record short witness clips from neighbors and teachers. Clean lines. No drama. She refused the money. She teaches my daughter for free. She is not for sale. They save everything to 3 drives. 1 goes to Jade's backpack. 1 goes to Amara's jacket. 1 goes to Grandma Rose, who sits by the door like an old oak tree, calm and strong. A woman enters with a tray of tea and a rumor. Victor rented a ballroom across town. Big screen. Free drinks. He will show the video at 8 p.m. to a cheering crowd. Amara nods once. Then we win without cheering. At 3 p.m., the building shakes. A fire alarm screams and then dies. The light flickers. Jade runs to the fuse box. Loose wire, she says. Or a hand that loosened it. She tightens the screws. The light steadies. Old bones, she says again, but her eyes say sabotage. At 4:20 p.m., Zane asks for 1 hour outside the tower. He needs air. He needs truth with a face. He walks fast through a back exit with Lila at his side. Cameras miss him by a breath. He meets Amara on a quiet rooftop where pigeons sit like tired judges. The city hums below. The wind is clean, they do not touch. They stand close, but not too close. This is not a movie. This is a war with rules. I want to stand with you at 8 on, Zane says. But if I do, they will call you my shield. They will say you hide behind my name. I will not hide, Amara says. Not behind your name. Not behind my pain, he nods. He looks at the ring in his palm. He closes his hand. We need a plan they cannot cut, she says. Words can be edited. Footage can be sliced. We use letters, ink and paper. No digital trail. If they steal one, we will know. Zane breathes out. Letters, he says. Old and slow. Strong and clean. Jade will carry mine to you. Lila will carry yours to me, Amara says. No photos, no copies. 1 page each, date, time, signature. If a letter vanishes, we follow the thief. Zane smiles, small and real. You are the bravest person I know. I'm just tired of fear, she says. Fear is expensive. They agree to one more rule. For the next 7 days, no calls, no texts, no posts to each other. Only letters. Not to hide love, but to protect it. They shake hands like partners. It feels like a vow. A pigeon flaps and startles them both. They laugh. The laugh is short and bright. Zane takes a small card from his pocket. He writes 5 words. He signs his name. He folds the card and gives it to Lila. Deliver at 7:30, he says. Lila nods. Amara writes a line on her own page, signs, slips it into a plain envelope. She gives it to Jade. 7:30, Amara says. Jade salutes like a playful soldier. They turn to leave. A shadow watches from a nearby stairwell. A cap hides a face. A small scar glows pale on a throat. Fingers flex. The shadow smiles. At 5:10 p.m. in the boardroom, Victor rehearses a speech with a smile that never reaches his eyes. Good governance, he says to his reflection. Hard choices. He relishes the words like candy and poison. Mrs. K stands by the window looking down at the tiny, moving city. A memory slips in. Her younger self, a love the world said no to, a letter she never sent. She closes her eyes. She opens them. Stone again. At 6:45 p.m., the community center fills. Workers in uniforms, aunties with headscarves, girls with bright eyes, a bus driver on break, a nurse on her way to night shift. The circle grows. The air feels thick and good. Amara welcomes them with simple words. We are here for truth, she says. We do not shout. We do not panic. We watch, we breathe, then we speak. Grandma Rose pours tea like a ceremony. Jade guards the door like a friendly dragon. At 7:12 p.m., Lila texts Jade a single word. Close. Jade locks the back door and slides the bolt. She sets a small wedge under the front door. No more surprises, she says. At 7:25 p.m., a courier appears anyway. Fast, polite, wearing a company cap. Envelope for Ms. Amara, he says. Jade checks the badge. Real. She checks the seal. New. She checks the printing. The same broken E. Nice try, Jade says and drops the envelope into a metal tin marked trash fire. She lights a match. The paper curls like a snake and turns to gray. Amara checks her watch. 7:30. Jade? She asks. Jade smiles and pulls a white envelope from her jacket. From you to him, she tells Amara. Going now. She points to Lila's person waiting by the door to exchange Zane's envelope for Amara's. They swap. Clean. Fast. Perfect. Jade hands Amara Zane's note. Amara breathes and opens it. 5 words in neat writing, I choose you. With proof. The room tilts, then steadies. She tucks the note near her heart. Jade runs the other way with Amara's letter for Zane. She moves fast down the block. A small car idles at the corner. Its window lowers an inch. A hand in a black glove lifts. Courier pickup? A low voice asks. Jade keeps going. Nice costume, she says and turns left instead. The small car glides after her without sound. At 7:44 p.m. in the tower, Lila watches 3 clocks. She also watches a hallway camera. A figure in a cap stops at a private mailbox outside Zane's loft. The figure reaches in, quick, smooth. The camera catches a wrist. The camera catches a ring shaped like a small crown. The camera catches a scar. Lila freezes the frame. Her mouth tightens. She does not speak yet. Zane stands by the window and waits for Jade with Amara's letter. His phone sits face down. His hands are steady. His heart is not. At 7:51 p.m., the community center projector hums and shows a gray square. People settle in. The room breathes together. Grandma Rose squeezes Amara's hand. 2 hands, she says. Grace and proof. At 7:55 p.m., Jade is 1 block from the tower. The small car appears again, now on the right. A door opens. A person steps out with a smooth smile. Let me help, he says, reaching for her bag. Jade's smile is not smooth. It is sharp. She fakes a stumble and drops a decoy envelope. The person grabs it and jumps back into the car. The car slides away. Jade laughs once, breathless. Enjoy the recipes, she whispers. The decoy holds samosa instructions. She runs harder with the real letter pressed under her hoodie. At 7:59 p.m., Victor lifts a glass of something golden in his rented ballroom. Cameras blink. He raises his voice. "Ladies and gentlemen," he says, "the truth." At 8 p.m., three things happen at once. The video drops online with a roar. Cut clips. Dark music. Lies dressed like facts. A final card screams, "She sold him, he sold you." The community center projector flickers, then holds. Amara stands, not to argue the clip, but to open a folder marked "Simple Facts." Her voice is calm. "Watch," she says, "and keep your mind." Continue the story by clicking Part 2. If you're enjoying this, please subscribe to the Black Girl Narrative, like the video, and share it forward.